You're watching a special edition of NTV Sports.
Sponsored by Penner Bathing, affordable walk-in baths. Visit our showroom in Aurora.
Welcome to sudden death playoffs. As we've reached the playoffs here in the Cornhusker State, let's begin tonight in Hall County, where the 4-seed Grand Island was hosting 13-seed Omaha North. Grand Island playing without their star running back Jace Chrism, but GI up 14-13 and a half as Tayshawn Porter says not anymore. He breaks a tackle and the senior has speed into the end zone to put Omaha North up 21-14 after the 2-point conversion. Islanders, though, ready to respond. Caleb Richardson hits the hole. Look at that spin move there as he races 50 yards to the house. Look at the wheels on that kid. 21 all. The end of the first quarter. We're going to have a shootout? Not so fast. Fourth down now. GI wants to show more. This time, Cohen Evans with the strip sack. Tyson Terry scoops it up as he's in the end zone for the touchdown, as this was a back-and-forth battle rolled on. Grand Island's defense, though, not to be outdone on their own home turf, coming up with their own fumble recovery here as the Titan Glassman is swarmed by Islanders, loses the ball, and Carson Lighting comes up with it. This turns into 7 points when Evans barrels through the middle of the quarterbacks. He keeps this one as we're tied up once again. But this is the money moment here. Cash money for Colton Marsh. Gets his hands off, avoids getting captured. The ball game. Grand Island avoids the upset as they go on to win big, 35-28. Now let's stay here in Class A and head back to Buffalo County, where the Kearney Bearcats are once again back in the playoffs as the 5th-seeded Bearcats are locked and loaded as they're taking on Millard South. Out to Cope Stadium, where the Bearcats were starting out on the defense side of the ball as the Patriots were certainly onward to the victory in this one. Opening possession, and they cut through the Bearcats defense like a knife through hot butter. Camden Koziel buys times in the pocket, throws a dime to a wide open Simon McLennan for the first down. And then 2 plays later, Nolan Feller busts this one for 2 yards out. 2-point conversion is good. Patriots up 8-0 early. After Bearcats force a punt, Travian Beckman hitting his tight end in stride, Bo Scala for the first down and more. And then after a PI, it's Beckman connecting. Wide open, Carter Lee, 8-7. We got a ball game. But that's when the wheels fell off for the Bearcats. 3rd and long, Brock Murtaugh says, "I'm open," as he hits the rest with some nice blocking help. Look at number 1 there, getting it there. Whoop, and he finds the touchdown. 16-7 early. Then the defense continues to blitz the Bearcats as Murtaugh says, "You better register me as a lethal weapon," as he gets the pick 6 as Millard South upsets Kearney in Kearney 35-21. Number 6, North Platte trying to win a Class A opener for the 3rd year in a row. First drive, Creighton Prep stalls out inside the 10. 27-yard field goal from Hamilton puts the Jays up 3-0. Bulldogs, though, bow up and force a 4th and goal from the 2. Charmer Brown stopped on first, but the second effort, Junior Hayes now up 10. But North Platte responds, come in the form of a jet sweep by Colton Tilford. And does he ever corner, and he breaks free for nearly 6. But he's corralled, picks up a nice 41-yard gain. Only the drive to come to a screeching halt as Trevor Chrisman is picked off by John Pargo Jr. inside the 20 for the turnover as Creighton strolls into North Platte and handles their business, winning 27-0. And Sandy Creek hasn't been in the postseason since 2011. North Platte, St. Pat's, the D1 seed. Sam Troshinsky bulls through the 2 yards out, 14-0. Second quarter, Sandy Creek through the air. Ethan Shaw falls into the arms of Troshinsky for the interception as he's man everywhere. Irish now make the most of it, capped off by this 10-yard touchdown run by Will Moats as St. Pat's looking to run away with this one, and that's exactly what they would do. Next play, after a 3-and-out, it's the quarterback on the option read here as he's going to call his own number, and it's number 2. That's a good number. He picks up 39 yards for the Irish to the Irish 15-yard line. Drive continued as Shaw would get his call again as Sandy Creek adds a 2-point conversion, but North Platte St. Pat's would roll 50-14. Dundee County Stratton, their second title, looking for their second title in 3 years. Looking early in this one, Mauricio Diaz gets a 15-yard gain here. First touch against the Eagles. as they're in business early. And quarterback, couple plays later, Corbin Homer gets some breathing room as he's invited to the house party. Yep, 8-0. He doesn't need an ID. 7 for 7, touchdown. Now Johnson Brock put a nice drive together. Sloan Pelican here. He's going to throw it to Jalen Behrens on the 3rd and goal from the 3. The Eagles are knotted up at 8. But Homer, he came to play. Playoff time, Homer. Toughest run of the day. It comes in the 2nd touch for DCS. Homer avoiding a variety of attempts, tacklers, and he goes in his own 21 yards to the Eagles' 9. He picks up 50 yards for DCS, knocking on the door. And Diaz is a human wrecking ball as they go on to win big, 48-8. C2 has only 2 undefeated teams, and St. Cecilia is one of them, as the Blue Hawks are in the midst of an unprecedented run as they look to continue that tonight against Valentine. Top seed St. Cecilia maintain their perfect record. Blue Hawks coming out flying out of the gates. Carson Kulicek airs this one out to Cooper Butler, who makes the grab in tight coverage, but loses it. The ball goes forward, and Jensen Anderson falls on it. Suddenly, Saints, they're in the red zone. Kulicek then punches it in for the lone rushing touchdown of the night to open up the scoring. The Badgers say not so fast. Ashton Lures showing what he can do as he's scampering towards the sideline. 20 yards for the 20-yard gain. That worked out so well. Let's run it back. Lures doing some heavy lifting for Valentine as he's going to cross the goal line here. We're knotted up at 8 as St. Cecilia. They're in a ball game. But though they're ready to win the first round as Kulicek finds Chase Evans this time as he dodges the Badgers defenders left and right as he weaves his way into the end zone. As the Blue Hawks, they win this one 29-16. Boone Central versus Minden and Albion. Both teams ready for some C1 playoffs. Early on, Boone Central's Alex Chris. He's going to roll to his right, and he's going to look by in time, and look at this dime. Airs it up, touchdown. Look at like Tom Brady to Evans in that precision there. But Minden up after 3 and out, turns it over, and then Boone Central hands it to Parker Bohr, and this stellar run up the middle, and Bohr, deuce, piece, gone. 80 yards. It's now 14-0 as Boone Central was dominant all night as Bohr again with another rushing touchdown as they stay undefeated as they go on to win big, 48-0. How about Adams Central fired up to face Platteview, C1 playoffs. Patriots not wasting any time. Sam Dirks fires a short pass to Grant Troush, who turns us into a big gain, fighting through tackles, knocked down to the Trojan 20-yard line. And then Hyatt Collins, he's going to finish this drive practically untouched as he celebrates with some dance moves as the Patriots are up 7-0. This turns into a defensive showdown. Platteview decides to go for it, 4th and 3, but Zach Fleischer comes up big, stops only centimeters short of the goal line, or the turnover rather. And it's now Dirks again, letting this one fly over the head, intended for his receiver, but Alex Draper picks this one off, and he's going to return this one into Patriots territory. But AC, they've hung their hat on defense, and that's what they do as they go on to win this one 29-14. How about Shelton, where the best chain gang in the country is stepping up as they're going to get their steps in, and that's happening right away. Wyatt Rath turning on the Jets as he goes to the house, making it 6-0. We're only 17 seconds in, folks. Bulldogs answer right back. A little razzle-dazzle. Quinn Chaney rolls to his right, and he finds Ashton Simmons, who, little juke move there as he goes for 6 as we're tied up. But the Bulldogs defense, they're going to tighten up here. A handful of defenders sack the quarterback to force a punt. Then after a huge play, Chaney, he's calling his number as he rushes this one in from 1 yard out for the touchdown. It's now 12-6. We're still in the first quarter, guys, as the chain gang, they're hustling, as this is a high-scoring game. And they'd be doing that on the next play here as Riley Bombeck, he's going to spin and win. Whoop! Juke move there as he takes this to the house as the Bulldogs roll big, 66-20. Hitchcock County undefeated, facing perennial powerhouse Humphrey State. Francis, Falcons didn't mind forcing a fumble as Mason Schlicky falls it deep to Flyer territory. The drive continues. Second quarter, Kenyon Gaston keeps himself from 5 yards out. The Falcons are now up 22-0 as they're rolling. Next possession then, Drew Scott, he's going to pick up 16 yards here as they're moving in and towards midfield as they go on to win big in this one, 52-0. And lastly, Parkview Christian hosting number 12 Southwest in the six-man playoffs. Parkview fans showed up in the afternoon, 8-6, first drive of the game. Chandler Page gets the handoff, follows the blockers. He's going to get through the defense, and he's gone 65 yards. And that's exactly what they would do, as they would go on to win big, 61-27.